Freedom is coming tomorrow. Get ready, mama, prepare for your freedom. Freedom is coming.
Only chance Kenyans have to change this country because we are
WajackoyaThe5th, very nice.
Underestimating the power of the unknown. My God who works with me knows the answers, and I'm the next president of this country.
always done what I've promised. For the last 62 years I've lived in this world. Whenever I promise you something, I'll do.
Youth washaamua kuwa WajackoyaThe5th. Mimi nishaamua WajackoyaThe5th, okay? 2022, this feature will be Wajakoya's.
Madam Justina, in 2 minutes.
Yes.
Marijuana is not just illegal in Kenya. It is also illegal in other countries.
Yes.
We've also seen situations in this country where certain people grow marijuana. Why have they not been rich if growing marijuana was such a lucrative business?
When you look at our neighbors, let's talk about Africa. Malawi has legalized for medicinal and it's restricted. Uganda is doing it, but it's the Israeli government who have come in to help them. As it is with their loan, Uganda was about to go the Sri Lanka way. So Uganda went to Israel. Their land is rocky. So they came here and they were located in Uganda, 500,000 acres, in terms of a bilateral agreement, and they are reaping returns from that. So the other countries, they have done it. Why not us? Why not us? Why should we not do it? That is my question. And like I said, our role is to open the vision, Kenyan's vision, into the future. Marijuana is versatile. I said it is used in 9 sectors: food, beverage, medicine, construction, textile, makeup, easy fiber za gari. A headlight today, ukigongewa headlight yako, goes for 27,000 for those who own cars. But you know why? Because the demand is in Kenya, but the supply iko China. So of course the forces of demand are in place, na ndio maana inakuwa costly. And I'll say this, there is this governor of Minnesota, he was called Jesse Ventura. Jesse Ventura was in wrestling a while back. But why he was fighting for legalization of marijuana in Minnesota was because after 41 years of marriage, his wife suffered epilepsy. And he was pushing because when he took her to South Carolina, she got well. So the idea is do not control the supply, control the demand by making sure it's going into the 9 sectors that you have said and for export. That is our idea.
Brothers.
Good question. And I'm going to answer this question to you and Kenyans as Mama Wambui. I said open up your minds, dear Kenyans. The marijuana we are advocating for is industrial hemp. I think I gave the clarification, not THC. So Ruth, stop belaboring this idea that we are smoking. It is not for consumption. And is it smoking? It is for purification. You can even put it in those things, you nachoma mahali, inatoa scent. So it's not smoking, it's purification. There's a difference. And it's true, Ruth.
Okay.
Mothers are suffering. Let me say this. I don't want to come off like I don't relate. I have seen mothers are suffering. And that is why Ruth's party has said, anyone who attempts to grow cannabis sativa, we are growing CBD or cannabis. We already have regulations in place. Number 1, we license all farmers. Number 2, we'll introduce agricultural officers to go around this country looking at those farmers and what they're doing. And there's a distinction. Even you, Kenyan, you can report someone growing sativa. Why? The leaves of industrial hemp are very large, but the leaves of sativa are very small. So the agricultural officers will control licensing. So I think we're already controlling this measure.
Let me give you 1 more minute to explain this. This is the theoretical talk about agriculture in terms of growing marijuana. What are the practicals? Have you identified the areas that you intend to grow this marijuana? What are the economic returns if this was to be allowed, if you're to become deputy president?
Okay, marijuana is going to spur up our economy because agriculture has been given a backseat. The challenge you're having now because of law, many of the Kenyans or the youth who are in the bread basket of Kenyans have migrated to the urban areas to do what? To be boda riders. They're thinking there's money because agriculture, they're not viewing it like it has money. So these are the returns. Look at China, for example. In 2021, they made 1.2 billion USD out of 169,000 acres. That is China. Now look at our case. And by the way, land in Kenya, when you look at the NLC report, Kenya is close to 144 million in acres. 80% they say is dry and arid, 20% is what we are using. So when you bring marijuana will be like crop cover to stimulate our soil so that it can be able to produce other things. So we are focusing on the arid area, the 80% of it. 20% of it is where Kenyans are crowded. So we'll open up space so that we use all the other land that we have. Let me add something quickly. Okay, when you look at private businesses, they look at what is our competitive edge. How can we be ahead of our competitors? So not that it would be imeharibika because of no legalization of banking. Of course, I agree with Ruth, corruption should be blamed. But look at this situation, that if private businesses are looking into the future, why is government scared to look into the future? And the future is legalization of industrial hemp or marijuana. So our idea as Roots Party is to run a profitable government, devoid from increasing taxes from Kenyans, from getting further debt, but we are going to look for our own money. Our own money will come from legalizing and regulation of marijuana. Case in time, a pilot study will be Kulalu Galana, the 1 million acre project. Iyo equal 1 million, that is times 5 of what China got in 2021. So we'll have 6 billion USD. You can do the math in Kenyan shillings. That money is money that will be used to pay teachers, pay the civil service, increase their salaries in trenches. So for us, tunangalia competitive edge, what private businesses do. It's good you brought me to this idea. The youth in this country, not all of them want to be employed. But hawa vijana wanatafuta capital. Unaenda bank unaitishwa logbook, title deed. Kweli, you don't have. What we are going to do with Roots Party, I told you government owns 10% of 144 million acres. In every county, government land will give 200,000 acres to our youth. We'll have a thing like the Yali project, which we are calling Roots Entrepreneurship Initiative. Tunafanya competition, tunachukua 50,000 youth. Kwa hiyo mradi ya 200,000 acres. Na ujue bangi grows in 4 months. So akishauza hiyo bangi yake, hiyo proceeds, 2.8 million according to hesabu za China, youth atakuwa na capital, seed capital, ama capital to boost their business. So you won't take home bangi, Ruth. You'll take home capital for investment. The challenges in this country, in fact, we should ask the ones who are in government now, why is it illegal and Kenyans are smoking? That's the question to them. I think I was clear on the control measures on this, Ruth. Nilisema the seed will be CBD, tutatumia KEFIS, tutapatiana licenses, we'll reintroduce agricultural officers to man or inspect what Kenyans are doing, and we are also going to bring back the NYS, those ones who have graduated, to control government marijuana. So I think the control measures, and that is why we are saying legalize and regulate.
Calling it the Wajakoya effect.
Kidogo nasikia 1 million Wajakoya, 2 million.
Hey, he must be the most genius I've ever seen in my life.
Kwenye comment hapo na nataka comment Wajakoya the 5th. Kwenye comment section, just give me Wajakoya the